I've been in the water for about 2 minutes maybe. We got it charged up to 200 bars. Now it went down to about 150 bars. So I guess my lungs are pretty big because I'm a big person, but I guess that 10 minutes could be accurate for somebody average size. So yeah, we're gonna test it again. So I guess that was another 2 minutes, and now it went down to about 70 bars. So I don't know if it's going to work out for 10 minutes for me, but I also have to breathe really heavily because there's not a lot of air coming through. But it works, I guess. I'm gonna try and drain it to the maximum, so it goes 0 none. About 70 bars left from the maximum of 200. It went down quite fast, but I guess I have big lungs, so now we're going to try and simulate like a 1 minute dive if I'm snorkeling and I want to go down to the reef and just watch something, take like 2 or 3 like breaths with that one and check how it's going to work. So that's, it used, for that dive, it used up like, 70 bars. But I think, like when the bars are higher up, it's using up the air faster if I'm breathing. Because when we got below like 150 bars, it started dropping like really slowly. Much slower than when it was like filled up. But I'm trying to figure out like a technique how to breathe as efficient as possible, which is also working out. Yeah.
Okay? No, it's okay.
But something we have to do, we have to put a handle on it because it's just sinking, which is kind of annoying, but it's not too bad. Also, I'm not like an experienced scuba diver, so I can't talk about like the specs and everything. But for me, as like a newbie, it's really cool for me like to get into scuba diving. So yeah.
Okay.
Soll ich machen?
Nein, ich tauche. Zeig mir etwas.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and figure out the most efficient technique, which is probably gonna take a while. Okay, so now went down to about 40, so it took away 30 bars. I'm figuring out like a technique how to breathe, because you have to breathe out first, then like take a deep breath. That's like the most efficient way of using it. And yeah, I guess you can reach a 10-minute mark. And for diving down to a reef, just checking something out, taking maybe like 5 breaths with that one, you get a lot of time out of it, and you are like relaxed. So if you need air, you can take air of this. So yeah, it's really practical for snorkeling and just checking something in the reef.
Is this for the Marke?
It's a SMACO. I don't know exactly how to spell it. But yeah, it's like a diver's reverse parachute. So it's made for divers. If they run out of air, they can use that one as an emergency supply. But we would just use it to go snorkeling. It has the maximum of it is 200 bars, so 300 psi, and yeah, it's 3.0 cubic feet. You can fill 3.0 cubic feet worth of air into it. Yeah, we got it with a pump, but we didn't get like a. You can also charge it up. You can also charge it up with a scuba tank, with a big one. But we haven't tested that yet, so we will check it out.
Wie lange hast du gebraucht mit der Pumpe? Erzähl.
It took about, from like the first time we pumped it up completely, it took about a half an hour, but it was really exhausting. So I guess filling it up with another scuba tank, it's like the most efficient way, or like a small high compression air filling or something like that. So yeah. But it is possible to fill it up with the pump, but it's just really exhausting and hard work. When it was completely filled up, that's like quite interesting. It sank like quite fast. Right now it's sinking much slower because it's almost out of air. So I have no idea how that's happening, because technically there would have been more air in it. But so it shows 0 right now. But we are going to try it and drain it to the complete maximum, and just see how that feels like. Okay. Okay, let's go. So I think we've emptied it completely, because I was just like doing a vacuum. I felt like doing a vacuum with my lungs, so there was no air left out. So you can press that button up here to check if there's actually any air left in it. So yeah, it was a little bit, but not too much. I couldn't get any more out of my lungs. It was showing 0, so yeah. I guess you can get 10 minutes out of that. That's true. Even with my big lungs.
Okay. Wie teuer ist es?
Keine Ahnung.
Mittelschicken 200.
So, we're from Switzerland, and it costed $200 with shipment. And I guess that's a pretty cheap price, because it's like something really amazing you can do while snorkeling. It gives you many more options, much more time on the water. Yeah, I think that's really cool. The pump is really high quality. It's able to pump up 200 bars. So now it's going to take about half an hour to pump it up, so yeah. Du legst mich auf after half an hour it's gonna get really exhausting, and you're not gonna be at speed all the time. I did that today already once, so it is enough. You know what I'm going to do? Okay. Keep going. I hope this pump is waterproof. I hope the pump is waterproof. So, that's been about 20 minutes now. We have been doing like he's pumping 50 pumps and I'm doing 50 pumps. That's working out quite well. So in 25 minutes, if you're doing something, you can pump it up. So now I'm at 170 bars, more or less. And I guess it should take about like 80 more pumps to get it to 200 bars. Yeah, let's do it. So now I'm finished. And something really important is, because the pump itself has pressure in it, it's also getting really warm, because it has 200 bars basically. So if I would just release it right here, this pin would just fly away because of the pressure. So back here is like a release valve. That's a really important step. So, oh, my hands are wet. Now I'm relieving the pressure. See, you can check it right here. So it got to 0 here. And now I can just easily take it off right here, without this flying away. And now it's cool and we can go snorkeling again. It is really warm, so you shouldn't touch it. Everything is warm, like this part, like the release valve is warm, the whole pump is warm, but that one, that isn't warm. That's cool, because I guess it's really high quality and it's like thick material, so it's not going to get warm. Yeah, let's go. I don't know where to shut. Okay, something else I want to try out. So it's on 180 bars now. Something else I want to try out. What happens when you put it underwater and you try and get air out of it. So maybe it disconnects out of my mouth. So I want to see if I could still breathe then, like breathe out or whatever. I think if you want to go snorkeling in the reef and you want to go like a few meters down and stay there for like a minute or something, I really recommend it, but I don't think you could use like a proper scuba diving, because it also says that you shouldn't go deeper than 10 meters, and I personally wouldn't do that. So I guess for snorkeling it's really good. I would recommend it. and maybe if you have an option, like order the adapter for filling it up with a scuba tank or in a diving shop. That would be like really relieving. You don't have to do so much sports. Yeah. Okay. So I want to test that out now. Yeah, it worked perfectly. I just had to breathe out and there was no water coming out again. Yeah, I guess that's all I can say about that. I really recommend it. And yeah, I think if you're going snorkeling, it's something really cool to have, a nice gadget. And we are going to do more videos on that, because we're going to order a pump as well and test that out. The special one, a small one. And we're going to go to a reef in Egypt. And we're going to do some videos there and just see how it's going to work. And yeah, if you want to see more about that, you can subscribe to our channel. And yeah, you can leave a like if you want to. Thank you.